Hey guys, what's happening? Thanks for stopping back into the channel today, right here with me, the Rust Belt Mechanic. More Can-Am X3 stuff going for you guys today. We are in the last leg of installation stuff for a lot of our Can-Am parts. What are we installing today? Bougie stuff, some heated seats. That's right, heated seats for the Can-Am on both seats, not just the drivers. I'm going to be showing you guys what we do for that one, put in some heated seat elements and some wiring. Stay tuned. So getting into our kits here, to be able to make these heated seats work, you've got to have a couple of different part numbers. One is going to be the actual heated seat element kit. This comes with one heated seat pad element right there. Well, a foam and an element, and then the little wiring that goes through to the seat, as well as the switch. And then you also have to have a powered harness unit. This is what powers pretty much a relay side of the seat. Here's the part number and everything. It's the 710005757 part number. This is going to tie into our buzz bar to give power to the unit, and then we're going to be hooking our switches, which come with each one of these. And I've got actually two of these sets, one for each seat, to be able to put into the unit. Now, I've already got the driver's seat up out of here, and it really is very simple. The front side of it comes unclipped from the seat frame, and then the rear side is just velcroed down to the back part of the seat base. A couple of velcro spots that hold it across and then peel over the back of the seat cover to be able to access this. So really all we need is this area right here. This is where the heated seat element itself is going to go to. Then we're going to take our heated seat element, and we've just kind of got it set here. It's got a couple of glue strips, so you'll be able to peel those back to be able to get it to stick down. We've got our seat peeled back all the way until the element gets as far forward as it can. And as you can see here in the corners, it's still going to be overlapping, so I'm actually going to take some scissors and trim just the edges of that off so it doesn't affect where the seat cover adheres to the foam area. Alright, we're going to get that one stuck down. Then after that, we're going to take our foam piece. This is going to have another sticky side to it. We peel off that sticky portion of it, and that will go right over top of that area. Also, need to trim that as you need to be able to sit in the same spot over that element. After that, we're going to recover this whole thing and be able to put this wire back down through the hole in our seat, which is actually going to be into the corner right here. This is where we're going to be putting our actual harness in through that to be able to get to the hookups to where we're going to be running our harness. Now, as for our switches, there used to be a little warning label here, pretty much just to say, hey dummy, make sure you use the shifter right, but I think I got the shifter down. I think we'll be all right with that. So this is where I'm just going to put our heated seat switches. So we put those in there. Actually, since I had the passenger seat out, the rear spacers are like that tall, and they're really close to being 20 millimeters wide, which is about the width of these switches. So I took that spacer, and it had a hole in the middle, so I took a marker through that, spaced both of them with the two spacers that I had, put them exactly where I want, and then touched with a dot of a marker exactly where I wanted to get started on those holes centered wise. Then for drilling the holes, of course, I grabbed my handy dandy 12 volt SP Tools drill here, and the step bits, which I really can't say enough about these step bits. These things are just awesome. I know I've showed them a couple times already in these videos, but they are freaking amazing. This is the mid-size one, and it goes up to 20 millimeter on the largest portion of that, which is exactly the circumference of the hole that we needed to drill for our button. So that thing came in really handy. Then once we got the switches put in, we just looked at the wiring diagrams. I'm not going to really go through that one because it shows you exactly what to hook up where in the instructions. And with this seat out and this panel out, you hook up one to your ground cable center on the buzz bar, and then one to the accessory power for it, because we don't want to be able to use these without the accessory being on. So we got that one hooked up, and then obviously our two little harnesses come out through the seat bases to the backs, and then hooks in on this side over here back by the battery. So wiring's pretty cake. All you got to do is look up the instructions for it, and all in all, it turned out really well and really clean. And I tell you what, these seat pads are toasty. After about 3 or 4 minutes of sitting there in these heated seats, I have to put it on low, and it's still cold out here. Yeah, finally the sun's out and shining brightly on us, but after a couple of minutes, and it's still 40, 42 degrees. I gotta turn these heated seats off because boy, they get hot. I'm used to these automotive seats getting nice and toasty these days, but I'll tell you what, these things got quite hot for it. All right, we got her out here. It's kind of cold out here at the dealership right now. Got it running, but I also got my snap-on thermal imager here to show you guys exactly how hot these seats really are. So we'll zoom into this one, and we've got these things on high right now. So where the rest of the seat is, we're at like 59 degrees, and you guys can see exactly where that pad is. We're at like 90 degrees. 91, 93 degrees. And that obviously is on high. We've got the driver's seat on high. It's been sitting here for about, I'd say 3 or 4 minutes. So this thing gets hot, hot. If you're not on it to take up some of that heat being cold, it gets super hot. So it's really good when it's nice and cold outside, but obviously, you know, it gets kind of toasty and you're gonna be turning it down. Upwards of 97 degrees right there in the middle of it. That's pretty crazy, pretty awesome. I was pretty impressed by this seat that they have here with it. Wow, yeah, 97 degrees, that's pretty awesome. Well guys, heated seats done, installed, super simple on this one. I'd have to say though, now after we've got the audio roof put on and these heated seats and a couple of the other power things that are going to be on quite often, we might have to start upgrading our battery system. It's not cranking slow or anything yet, but I've just got a feeling that if we start running all of this and more power to the audio roof, and if we, especially when we start adding for, maybe if we're running lights or if we're running more speakers than what we have already, I have a feeling we're going to need to be putting a little bit more juice to this thing. So here pretty soon I'm going to be looking into either the second battery system or upgraded batteries for under one of the seats. We'll see which ones of those I want to get into. If you guys have any suggestions on that one, feel free to leave that in the comments below. Outside of that, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys like this content, make sure you subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you get notified when I come out with cool, awesome content just like this one today. Appreciate it, and as always, you guys stay awesome.